A little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound when we on the pound. Take a look around when we touch the town. Knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools. Had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now
we are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Powers through it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Browns had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you...
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Fields now to throw. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Fields. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Fields on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
That's ready.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Green. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Again, it's Henry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 2nd down. Green. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Zane Gonzalez, the former Browns kicker, out for the field goal against his old teammates. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 27, Fields flush to his right. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. To throw from his end zone. Green looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's only able to get to right around the 3. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
From the 50, here's Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye court.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now Green off the play fake. He's got his man. It's White. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to White. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Henry up the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Back to throw. Green. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety foul.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
Touchdown! And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Watch out now, 52.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off play action. Green. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Pulled in at the 24. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Okay, right?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Green looking to throw on second down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Green. Off play action. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go until halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Going to try a deep ball for Norwood. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Marcus Jones picks it. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Off the play fake. Green rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
On the double.
Green down, throwing on 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gonzalez's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On play action, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tighten this one up a bit now. A 1-score game at 20-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the
touchdown, Browns! A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will tie things at 20 all. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there, a 1st down. Looking to throw. Green. He's got White here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On the counter, it's Henry. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He's got a man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. 62 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Green off the play fake. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Arnold Ebiketie gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Third and long. It's Fields. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking for White on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be taken at the 10. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Boy, as we look down on the field, you can just see how a play like that changes momentum. Look, one side hooting and hollering, getting the big block, and the other side obviously dejected.
And since you mentioned momentum, few plays can change momentum as quickly as a blocked field goal. Big-time play there. Now see if they can capitalize on it and turn the fortunes in their direction.
And he'll get this to the 32. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Strike 2.
And here's Green on 3rd down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
On the set.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Green. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Browns are right back in this football game. The Browns drive about to get started. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Fields. That's complete to Pierce. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
Ready. Set.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang.